Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to another edition of 808 Open Mic. Today we are joined by instrumentalist Chuck Davis. He's going to be telling us a little bit about his story and how he plays and some of his inspirations, and maybe share a little something for you budding musicians out there in Hawaii and everywhere else around the world. So, Chuck, tell me about you.
Me. See, my dad started me off playing music. He was my first inspiration. I got a toy guitar when I was about 11 years old, and he taught me how to play guitar. And then, as I could afford electric guitars, wanting to play rock and roll, I was learning how to play stuff. My dad taught me pretty much everything about guitar until I was about 16. Then I ran into some problems playing, and I met a guy that could just really wail the guitar. This guy was a high school guy. He could sing. First of all, he could sing. And he was an excellent drummer, and he was even a better guitar player in high school.
And who was this person?
His name was Dan Diaz. We went to Venice High School in California together, and he was great. He just taught me a lot about how to do finger rolling, how to do the pick, and how to do scales and stuff like that. I didn't really know how to do scales, so he taught me the major, the minor scales, and how the proper fingering and stuff like that. He pretty much taught me that, and he still plays, and I still use a lot of the stuff. All the stuff that I do now. I'm going.
How would you describe your sound? Tell me again. It was your father. Who else?
Father, and then Dan Diaz pretty much taught me how to do scales. Professionally wise, when I was first starting to play professionally, I used to go see comedian Mel Cabang at
That's right.
at the Kalua Pit, and I knew he was a great comedian. But what I really noticed that he could put all this stuff together on guitar, because he was a jazz guitar player. He had music theory background, so he could play the rhythm and the bass. And he had a drum machine he was playing, and I said, "That's what I want to do professionally. I want to be that good so I can play, like the instrumentals I do now." So he was the third person that I was really inspired by. But I always have to go back to my rock and roll roots. Dan Diaz, teach me how to teach me all that.
All right. So you changed from rock and roll to being an instrumentalist. Why?
Well, actually, I started out as a rock and roll kid, and then I learned to speak Japanese, and so I became a comedian singer in Japanese on a big giant catamaran cruise where they were booking me every night, where all I was getting was Japanese. So I had a band backing me up. I wasn't doing my instrumentals back then. I was just had a band backing me and playing guitar and then entertaining the Japanese. Doing impressions of the Japanese singers that were popular in the 80s. So I used to do all my impressions of the pop stars in Japan. And then I quit playing music for 20 years. I wanted to become an investor and do other things, so I quit playing for 20 years until I was watching all these great acoustic guitar players, and I said, well, I can play a little bit. Maybe I can, add that. So I started, playing around with playing stuff like this. And just started, building my instrumentals around that one little thing.
Right on. So, is there anything you wanted to share with our audience? You could look directly into the mic and
share
anything about music.
About
anything
music.
about yourself. Yeah.
Oh, well, I'll tell you one thing. All you people that want to become musicians, stay home and let your parents worry about your future. Okay, that's all I have to say about music. Just joking. But people that want to do music, my dad never forced me, so I was eager to learn. When you're forced and you don't love it, I'll tell you, man, it's the worst thing ever. You have to practice. You got to get there and practice for 2 hours. It's terrible. So if people get into music, have fun with it. First have fun, and then later on figure out how to make a living doing it. Because it's hard enough just to have fun playing.
Sure. Yeah.
I mean, it was hard for me. Now that me and Jennifer Lopez are, we're a couple now, so we can do what we want.
And where can we find you? Where do you play?
Let's see. Every Tuesday night I play at the Spot. I kind of do the open mic thing. So I go there to practice my skills and to, practice some of my new songs that maybe I've just everybody live, but you can hear me at the at the spot every Tuesday night.
Fantastic. All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us, and I'll see you again.
Alrighty.
Go ahead and play.
Play. Okay, here we go.